guys, and welcome back to Rainbow Ink. Today we are doing another sorting video because I'm wearing my Camp Athlete shirt. You already read the title. Today we are doing Hunchback of Notre Dame. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I know Hunchback of Notre Dame is not really a Christmas film, but it's what I decided. So if anyone's here and doesn't know what the heck this is, it's kind of like how people sort characters into the Hogwarts houses, but it's Camp Athlete themed instead. So instead of houses, we got cabins. So there's that. We got some cards here, so let's go over them real quick. Phoebus, Hera, Poseidon, Mimer, Ares, Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Hephaestus, Aphrodite, Hermes, Dionysus. And then my 13 through 20 cards, the other cabins card, like Hades, Hypno, Iris, just for instance. The reason why Hera and Artemis are on this list, even though they do not have demigod children, it is like apertures, like I say every time, but in case there's any new viewers. And now, before we do begin sorting these characters, I do want to add one thing before we start. This video is going to be a little bit similar to the Black Cauldron video we did back in October, where I'm leaving out an important character. It's just this time it's not going to be our protagonist. Quasimodo's in this. We're taking away our antagonist, which is, I'm going to mispronounce this, Frodo? It's Frodo. It's our bad guy. We're not going to sort him today. It's mainly because of course he's different than any of the other villains, because what he thinks he's doing is for good. Like, all of the other villains are like doing this to be bad, or they just don't care. He thinks in the bottom of his heart he's doing good because he is a big follower of, well, God, the capital G. So we're not going to add him in here today, so there's that, because he's very religious and everything else. So yeah, no villain for this time around. Since it is Christmas and has holly jolly cheer, I am wearing my Santa hat, so there's that. Oh, so one other thing to note is there are two movies in this. There's the first Hunchback of Notre Dame, and there's also a second one. We're only going to talk briefly about the second one, so there's that. Let's jump in with our first character, that being Quasimodo, our protagonist. So let's just first get this out of the way. He's deformed. We're not going to brief that much because looks aren't fully important. So Quasimodo is a gentle, kind person. He wouldn't hurt a fly, kind of, in a way. His job is ringing, well, the bells mostly, but he wants to see Paris. Similar to Rapunzel, he wants to be out of his tower. But coming with the gentle and kindness, he does have a shy soul, kind of, in a way, and he is very fearful to let people like see his face. Of course, like Rapunzel, he didn't have the best social skills. Wow, those are similar stories, actually. Weird. Of course, living and working in the bell tower, he gets great strength and agility to able to ring the bells when he can, because you gotta have probably a good amount of strength to ring the bells like that, probably then. The only other thing Quasimodo does within the bell towers, and of course outside, is his like hand making skills. Like, he makes little like wood carvings and stuff like that. He is also loyal originally to Frodo, because that's who took him in, who's his master, father, or whatever you want to call him. And of course with Esmeralda and Phoebus towards the middle and end, he was loyal and helpful for them. Esmeralda a little bit with, he thought, because he developed feelings because she was really the only person who was fully kind to him and wasn't distressed by his face or anything like that. But he is a kind, gentle soul that likes woodworking and is loyal to his companions and friends, even if he has a small few of them. And part of me really wants to put him in Hephaestus, just because I'm just remembering like stories from how Hera threw Hephaestus off of Mount Olympus and he became like this ugly person. And I know that sounds so terrible and I'm so sorry, but part of me really wants to put him in Hephaestus because of loyalty and the woodworking and like him good with his hands. And I'm sure those Hephaestus kids are strong at some point and like that. So I think I'm gonna put him in cabin 9 Hephaestus. Yeah, cabin 9 Hephaestus. That's probably the most easiest way. At least he isn't considered a sidekick and I put him in there, because I put a lot of sidekicks in Hephaestus, and I can't help that. Next up, we talk about a little with Quasimodo, that being Esmeralda. Hopefully I said that right. So Esmeralda is street smart. She's very verbally powerful type of person. She's cunning and positive, and she is kind with Quasimodo, of course, really being the only person who isn't detested by his face. So there's that. She has this like fiery passion about her. But like again, like I said, She's also a kind, loving, selfless soul too. But I also will concede and admit that she is really beautiful and a really good dancer. Part of me like thinks of her as like Piper in a way with Aphrodite's cabin. I think of her like Piper in a way. Her that feisty, originally not caring about love, even though she does end up with Phoebus. We'll get to him in a minute. And stuff like that. And being this kind soul, not like caring and just being there to help. She reminds me again a lot like Piper, and I really want to put her in Aphrodite, but I know that's wrong because she's an incredible dancer as well too. I know it's like a stupid thing to add in, but I'm sorry. Oh god, that's what I'm gonna do. She does remind me a lot of Piper. I think I'm gonna do it. You guys are gonna yell at me. You can go ahead, yell at me in the comments below. I deserve it. In cabin 10, Aphrodite. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Aphrodite kids can be cunning and smart when they want to be. Piper is. Leave me alone. It's really funny to think about with our first two characters we just did. I put one in 9 and I put one in 10. That's funny. Hopefully it's gonna be funny if I do like 9, 10, 11 all across the board. That's gonna be funny if we just do numbers all across the board. That our next character being, hopefully I'm saying this right, Phoebus, or Captain Phoebus, whichever you want to say. In that sense, originally this was based off a book, and originally I believe in the book he is like this womanizer kind of guy. So thankfully in the movie he's not like that. So there's that. But I will admit he is smart, or analyzes everything and acts like he knows what he's doing. But there's also this other side of him that's more like a wisecracker. He's like the first person to make a joke. He likes making jokes, like that sort of thing. And don't know what to do because he is a soldier. That's what he's done all his life, and I don't think that should be considered him strictly in Aries. I don't think he should go in Aries at all because of that. Because Aries is summing up dumb war while Athena is smart war. So I'm torn between Athena and Hermes, because Hermes is like that jokey jokeness, and Athena being that like smart war, and like I don't know what to do because he's this guy who's brave and confident and like has this sarcastic wit about him. So I don't know, and he likes like finding the sense of humor in a situation, like make a joke to like crack the ice sort of thing. That's like he's like the only one smart enough out of all the guys to see that Esmeralda is not the person that Frodo has been like convincing them that she is. And just the only question is, or does Athena kids at times have a sense of humor? That's so terrible to say. I'm so sorry, because I don't fully think he should go into Hermes just because like the jokiness and like trying to find that sense of humor, because he's not like into stealing or into pranks. He's a soldier, for crying out loud, and a smart one at that too. So I think we know our answer where he's going. I think he's going into cabin 6, Athena. He's more like on the smart war spectrum than the dumb war spectrum, and that's what Athena is. She's the smart war. But yeah, Athena. Next up, okay, for this next character, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce his last name because I know I'm gonna mess it up because it's in French. His first name is Clefen. Hopefully I'm saying that right. He's dressed as a jester most of the film, so there's that. I will admit he's probably one of the most unusual characters in Disney I've seen, which is fun because he's nor good nor bad. And one minute he could be like, because one minute he's like dancing in the festival with children, and the next he wants to hang the heroes. Oh my god, what is this person? What is this character? He has this like sense of like deaf subject humor, which is very strange. But when he hangs out with Quasimodo and Phoebus, he's like all jokes and puns and stuff. So he's got a dark side. Part of me wants to put him in Dionysus, because I know Dionysus, from what I remember from reading, he can have a dark side. I can see him like partying in Dionysus cult and stuff like that. Because the only like mentals I keep like thinking of is when Dionysus gets like kidnapped by sailors and he like turns like all the rope into like vines and stuff like that, and like he snaps. Like he's just like making wine and like showing people on the ground and drinking it, and then he gets kidnapped and snaps and I'm gonna kill you now sort of vibe, and it's a little weird, and I can see him partying with Dionysus. And there's like teasing, like Chopin is also related to Esmeralda some way, like they're cousins or something. And I don't know, that was funny, and I would like to because, should I do it? Question. I think I'm doing Dionysus. Because Hermes wouldn't work. So I think I'm going to go with Dionysus, like, because of the snappiness of, like, that story and everything else, and I think it's very funny and weird, and this character is probably the weirdest person in the whole thing of Disney that I've probably seen so far, other than Hey Hey. Anyways, Cabin 12 Dionysus. I can see him, like, partying and having fun there. And now our final character, the only character originally from the second film, again, we were only going to talk about it a little bit, Zephyr, the child of Phoebus and Esmeralda. I think you already know where this is heading because he is a child. And he decided that all for the film, wanting to like go see the circus and even like join the circus. He has this like childlike wonder and like happy-go-lucky attitude. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Cabin 18, Hebe. That was probably the easiest one, and that's the reason why I specifically said we're only going to talk about a little about the second film, because he's only in the second film. So, there's that. Anyways, guys, that was our last character. Tell me in the comments below if you guys disagree on me in any way possible where these characters gone. Any characters that I missed, tell me in the comments below where you think they would go. Like Frodo, for instance. Where would Frodo go? I don't know. Please make sure to like and subscribe and all that beautiful jazz. Hit that bell icon to know when I upload. Give this video a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Last video right there, subscribe beneath me, and also playlist of other sorting videos are right up there and I'll also be in the link description below with some Percy Jackson playlists. And I'll see you guys next time here on